Hey y'all, welcome to our channel. Today we're finna get into these black eyed peas, honey. Yes. So listen, black eyed peas are very simple to make, but time has to be on your side, honey, when you're making them from scratch. So since Cam and I eat the food that we share, we decided to show a little of the preparation of the entire meal while we waiting on these peas, honey. So yeah, we finna wobbly, drop it like it's hot for all y'all who know that. So I got some pre-soaked beans that we had showed in our video, the lemon vinegar pepper crab salad. We had showed our beans at the end. And so we had got a request on how I made these beans. And so I'm just going to use these beans that I had left over that I had sat in the refrigerator that I was already pre-soaked. So if you want to soak them, you just, if you want to do the overnight soak, you just put them in a bowl, cover the beans with water, and then just let them sit overnight. And then the next day, you run them underwater. There will be like little pieces where the skin is coming off, and you just pull out the skins, like you could tell right here, like how the skin comes off. It'll be like that once you go to rinse them off from it being soaked overnight. And it's not a big deal. You just pull it off and just sit them to the side and throw them away. But if you want to do the quick soak, you put them in a pot, cover it with water, bring them to a boil, and then once you bring them to a boil, you turn the fire off, put a lid over them, and let them sit for about 2 hours, and then they'll be ready to be cooked. But you still got to go in and clean them up and everything after that. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna just show y'all real quick how I did the beans in that previous video. So when you're putting the water in the pot, you just want to put enough water into where it's covering the majority of the beans. Now you will see some floaters, but that's not a problem. You just want to get and when you see the little skins, just pull them out. So you see the little floaters, and that's not a problem, but as long as the water is covering the majority of the beans, and that's how much water you will need. You don't need a full pot of water. It won't be necessary. It'll just be too much water, and you don't need that. So y'all, I will be sure to put in the description box all the seasonings and measurements that I used for my beans. It really wasn't much because the vegetable bouillon is very flavorful, and that one spoonful is very powerful because it's very concentrated. And so me just adding in my the rest of the seasonings was just about enough. And y'all, in this video, we had our door open, a bug came flying in and interrupted this video, and it was just a mess. And so don't it's in the video. There's nothing I can do because it happened so fast that we just had to stop filming and do a retake of the rest of the seasonings that I use. So I will be putting it in the description box, everything that I use, because we had to cut the film short because the bug came flying in. And look at it. It went somewhere. It ain't getting the food though, y'all. Don't worry about it. It ain't getting the food. But real quick, y'all, so we're going to be frying up some red snapper fish nuggets and some sweet potato fries. And it's going to be real quick. We're going to be doing that while the beans are cooking. And so after you put in your seasoning, you just want to give it a good stir, let everything, incorporate and blend and get all perked up together. Look at that. It looks and smells good already, and it's going to be good when it's smell and look good before, you start cooking it. But you just want to put your fire on a medium heat, because we're going to want to bring this to a boil. And then, this is like almost about to boil. And so, once it starts to look like this is when you want to come in and give it a stir, because once it comes to a full boil, that's when you're going to be putting your lid on and turning down the fire, You want to turn it on low. I put it on 2, you know, to cook for about an hour and a half or so. And then so we got sweet potato fries. We peeled them and then sliced them like we would do normal fries. And then we're just gonna go ahead and set them in the grease. And y'all don't mind me. I don't know what was going on with my fingers, why I couldn't grab up the sweet potato fries. I was tripping, okay? But, be careful because, you don't want to play around with no grease. You want to do it properly. But I don't know what was going on with my fingers. I couldn't get it right. I was trying to scoop them up. I was trying to be real cute for y'all. But it ain't work out. It ain't work out. But that's all right. They came out looking good, smelling good, and tasting good, of course. And, once they start floating, that's when, it's about time to start taking them out. And, I just seasoned mine with salt and pepper because those sweet potato fries, I still want to taste the sweet potato, but I still want to have a little, I want them to be seasoned, nicely. I want them to taste good. So I just did a little salt and pepper, and then voila. And then so we got our rib snapper nuggets. I had got the packet and I just, it came with 2 snapper fillets. And so I just cut them up. I just seasoned it, cut them up into chunks. And then, I just put it in this cornmeal and flour that I mixed up. And I definitely seasoned the cornmeal and flour that I mixed up. And I just made my batter and then, shook it up with love. And then, go ahead and just put it in the grease, and it's going to come out looking amazing. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this golden crisp. Look at it. Look at it. It just looks, okay. It's all percolating when you bring it out the grease. Look at that. Look at all that percolation, okay. And that's what we want, okay. So, back to our beans. We're going to check on our beans. Look. When you stir it, you see like the beans are like heavily at the bottom, and that's when they're becoming soft and good and done. And so I just add in the tuna because I just like to add in tuna for a little flavor. You don't have to put in the tuna if you don't want the tuna in, but I like my food to be, perked up. Me and my mom, we like our food to be percolating. We like all that goodness. And so we just put a little tuna in for flavor. You do not have to do that if you do not want to. That's optional because what we flavored the tuna with already, they're going to be good. And so you do not have to add the tuna in if you don't want to. That is most definitely optional. We just do it because, that's what we do. But, so they're already done, but we just got another, level to add into it. And that's our green peppers and onions. And, we just cut them up. And I'll tell you in the description box how much green peppers and onions I use. I just, chop them up. They're not perfect, but that's all right, okay? Because they're going to be good, caramelized up and everything. And I just went on ahead and did, some salt and pepper. You could season it to taste. Don't mind me trying to be fancy and, do it with the little measuring spoons and everything. Don't worry about that. All right. You just want to salt and pepper it up. If you want to put a little more seasonings in it, by all means, do you, boo, okay? But I just use salt and pepper because, it ain't that deep for me. So you just want to give it a little stir. And then we just want to cook this, until it's all caramelized up. We want that caramelization on our green peppers and onions, y'all, because that's how we want it to look when we go on ahead to go put it in our beans. So real quick, I'm going to show y'all how it's supposed to look right here. Look at that. Look at all that caramelization, and then we just finna go ahead, add it into our beans. Real simple, just go ahead. Look at all that. Look at that. Look at that. And this just adds in another level of flavor because, listen, y'all, it's levels to this, okay? You're going to flavor everything. It's all about flavoring everything because once those flavors combine, it's just, okay? And that's what we want. Look at all that. Look at that. Look at that. Look. That's right. Looking good, smelling good, and best believe, honey, it's going to taste good. Matter of fact, it's going to taste divine, okay? I'm going to just keep it real. I'm going to just keep it a band, okay? Look at that. Look, look, look. Nice, pretty color. It's beautiful, all right? This is what we want. And it's real simple, y'all. It don't take much but time. That's all. It don't take much but time. That's it. And here we go. The finished product, the finished result. You know, we got the black-eyed peas sitting real cute. We got them golden crisp red snapper nuggets. And then look at that. We got them sweet potato fries. And y'all, you know, this ain't a normal meal. I mean, it's normal for us because this is just how we get down. But, you know, we appreciate y'all watching. We hope y'all enjoy. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all soon. Peace and love.